recording.
This is Boozev. This is DB.
Jim Steele.
And we're reviewing, forgive me if I suck at Japanese because I'm not Japanese, I'm American. Kirin Ichiban.
He's not Japanese.
Yeah, it's a surprising fact.
Okay. Kirin Ichiban.
Yep. It's a...
Kirin's Prime Brew.
And I see nothing. But
Prime Brew.
it might just be a malt liquor, which means it's a heavier beer.
Ichiban.
Like that Spaten we reviewed earlier, the ultimatum version of that is a malt liquor. It means there's a lot more alcohol content than most beers.
Yeah.
And that, of course there's a lot more malt. And I think that's what it means right here when it says 100% malt. I like how it says brewed for good times.
Nice. All right. Let's go open it up. This thing is not good. Look at that.
Ooh.
Pour test.
45-degree angle. Let's see what it does.
See, I'm an aggressive pourer.
Yeah.
But I like it. I heard it from somewhere, and I'm not sure.
With some styles, you want to be like Hefeweizen style.
Look at that. That's pretty. Very filtered, right? Is that what it means when it's filtered? When it looks like that, guys? Let us know in the comments. Look at that. Look at the head. Look how it's just dissipating. Let's get a shot of that up here. Can you see it from top?
Yeah.
Look up. Look it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
up that way.
See how it's kind of... It's just... Again, I don't understand what makes it... What makes a thicker head? The ingredients?
I think...
I would imagine.
Yeah, this is going to sound terrible because the word I'm using, is how they impregnate the booze with the type of air that they're impregnating it with.
Watch this when I pour it. Check this out. Down here.
And a lot of it's also the yeast.
When it goes through.
Yep.
That looks cool. Sorry, guys.
And I could explain the science all the time, but I don't want to overwhelm our viewers. But
Okay.
I think a lot of it must be the yeast too, because if you have a Hefeweizen, the yeast literally rises out of it. So, I mean, of course, it's not going to hurt you because it's already cooked out. Pour test. I'm not as aggressive of a pourer.
I'm an aggressive pourer, everybody. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to get help. I'm trying to go to pouring management classes. We meet once a week at a local church.
We have a sister.
They say that it's an aggressive pouring problem, and you just got to go it day by day.
Well, this actually makes a lot of head on its own. Anyway. Ooh, that's very pretty right there.
It is very pretty.
Oh. It has a very good smell. I smell the malts in it.
Look at that. So that's what we want to do. We just want to be like, you know what? Look at the beer. Admire it.
It's an art.
Okay. So next we're going to get the aroma, right?
Yeah.
The smell. Okay.
Smells like it says.
I'm getting a lot of the same
malt
stuff from... That's malt?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like... Yeah. It really resembles that Buddha, that Lucky Buddha.
There might be rice in it too because it's like in Asia that's a very common ingredient.
Yeah.
And like I said, with Lucky Buddha, Budweiser has a lot of...
Well, it says 100% malt, so that means...
It could be, but
that's it, right? It's a malt.
You'd need other things, of
It's
course.
a malt beer?
Yeah. Well, you need other things to make a beer, though. The malt might be the grain you use, but...
Finest, made of the finest ingredients, 100% malt. Hey, I mean, I guess that's what we got to take. We're the consumer. We're the consumer, and when you buy something and it says 100% malt,
You gotta trust it.
you gotta assume that it says it's made from 100% malt. So if you're gonna get this kind of beer, that's what you're gonna smell. So that's what a malty's. I can't describe what a malt smells like. Please describe it in the comments.
I just think malts just smell like malt.
It's not sweet, but it's like.
It's a very unique smell.
Yeah. Well, let's give it the taste test. What were you gonna say?
I think that's all you can describe it as the smell of malts because that's very.
Yeah.
I mean,
it smells like malt,
and it's very. That's what invites you in my.
What's
opinion.
a malt? A malt is a plant.
It's a type of grain.
Okay, it's a type of grain.
Like, according to German beer laws, which are not applicable to the United States or to China or Japan, you have malts, you have hops, and wheat. Well, not just. Well, wheat's more modern invention. The classical was just.
Right, we didn't start harvesting wheat until much later, right?
Yeah, and you also have your yeast, of course, but yeast is a given. You can't really have beer without.
Because before we used to just make it from honey and.
Yeah, and even
like mead.
Herb, and before wheat, you also had some countries use hops, but if you look at the early beer history, that you would have herbed water pretty much, and that probably is not a good tasting beer. I've tried it yet. Founders actually made a thing, but I really don't want to mention them while we're talking about different beer. So I don't want to talk about the brewery right now, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But it was a recipe from King Tut.
We've met our digression limit.
Yeah.
But, so, it's a malt. If you smell this beer, it's 100% malt. So I guess we know, and you know, that that's going to be a malt when you smell it from now on. When you smell that smell, it's a malty smell because this is 100%. So taste test time. Wunderbar! Man, that's malty. That's got a strong taste.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think,
stronger than the Buddha.
Yeah,
definitely not the same at all.
We were earlier trying to find out what type of beer this is. It's actually, in my opinion, we can call it malt liquor.
Yeah.
Because it's a wonderful beer, which it's stronger than most beers. But the primary ingredient's the malt, so essentially it's malt liquor.
Yeah, it does. It just has like a strong taste.
Malt liquors are my favorite types of beers. Fun fact.
So, man, malt beverage is got a strong taste. Aftertaste is.
It just rolls off your tongue and tastes good.
Yeah, but I can still get the malt, I guess. Yeah. I guess I'm still getting the malt.
I'm going to try to agitate a little bit to see how the bubbles impregnation.
Let's agitate it.
You see it a little bit form when I agitate it.
Now, what is this for again?
Just for appearance.
Okay.
I want to see, and plus, when you drink, a lot of times, how much, air has been impregnated into it. So,
right.
It will actually.
Whether it be natural or forced.
Well, it's all forced no matter what because.
Well, there's natural carbonation, right? It carbonates naturally, or you can force it. From what I understand, right?
I mean, no matter what, it's going to be chemical impregnation because, you have the one-time brewing process, which your friend Heath. If we can get him on the show, I'd like him to explain it. So I'm not going to explain it myself because I've not had any experience with brewing, so
we're not scientists.
Yeah. We're just guys who are trying to enjoy it.
Contrary to popular belief.
Yeah, if you hear me talk about science, I might look at some Wikipedia article and be like,
Cool.
I mean, it's strong. The taste is strong. You know, we're going to be using simple terms on the show. Obviously, we're going to learn more the more we study it and the more we review. And then we'll get a little more refined if that's what y'all want, you know, and if that's what we want. Yeah. But if you're just popping it out of the bottle and you just want to try it at home, it's got a strong taste. And I believe that's what comes from the 100% hops.
Malts. Correcting you
malts. Hops, malts, barley, wheat. Jesus Christ. How much stuff can you put in one bottle? You know what I mean?
Yes, correcting you on air. That's kind of a douchey move on my part.
Hey, that's what we're here for, my friend. If you think that's bad, just wait till you read the comments. But yeah, it's strong taste. It's going to be strong. It's going to be strong in the aftertaste. It's going to be strong at the beginning and strong in the middle. Anything else you want to say about this Ichiban?
Yeah, of course. With all beers, you have to find out what you want, what you like. I really like this stuff, and
it's good.
You might not. He can give you his opinion on what he personally thinks about.
I will always give my opinion.
Yeah, we're very opinionated fellows. It's not as good as some other malt liquors I've tried, but once again, like the Little Buddha episode, it's actually.
I feel like Little Buddha was a little cleaner and more crisp, but then again, they had other things besides malt.
Yeah, like the thing, I'm just impressed by the Asian beers more, even though when I first came into beer, when I started drinking and started exploring the crafts, the craft brews and stuff. I already had a negative impression on Asian beers because that's not their thing. That's more like a European thing until you actually learn beer history and all this other stuff, and until you actually try it. I mean, that just shows you that you need to go out and explore.
Try it. You might like it.
Yep.
Well, this has been another fun-filled fact frenzy episode of Boozev.
Store to pour edition.
Store to pour edition. I'm Jim Steele.
I'm
Whoa.
DB.
Happy
October
drinking
month
of
awesomeness
and
exploration.
Food the bar.